Everybody clap at 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I can just hear the delay.
Hey guys, hey, this is Kurt from Amped. I got Chris and Anthony here. We are decided to do a new thing. We used to do a question show, and we figured we'd get into sort of the gaming aspect of things and answer questions while we game, just to see how it goes. So this is sort of our first time doing this, but we'll see how it goes.
In the midst of this chaos, Kurt, here's the first question. From Noah Watkins, 03, how long have you guys been in a business for?
A long time. Actually started in 2007, so August 7th of 2007. So, a while.
So I remember when Amped first started, it was out of the back of your car, which I think was like a hatchback at the time. And I think maybe I was in high school when you started bringing like some product that you had sort of picked up, you know, here and there, and we like you'd bring it to like somebody's backyard. I think we were playing
right, Evans,
somebody like that, and you brought when BBs came in bags. They used to come in these like 1,000 bags, like 1,000 BB bags, and you were the only person that had them like right there. So, and that was like when like everybody sort of discovered like all these different grades that are out now, like 2 5s and 4s and 3s and everything like that. That wasn't like a thing. There was like crappy like .12s that you got at Walmart, and then there was 2s that you had to order from Japan. And you had a whole back seat full of them, and that was the first intro to Amp that I got.
Yeah, I remember Sonata and just driving around and going to events. Like I'd go to Ohio and events here in Pittsburgh, and my biggest thing I ordered from first, I think I had Airsoft Elite BBs. That was our biggest like BB thing that we did back in the day, and then we ended up getting like Red Wolf. I had big Red Wolf orders that we'd do. So it's sort of cool because we just get a little bit in, see what people needed, and then just keep going with it. So
I remember for a really long time you were also utilizing Spartan imports, and before like we had the ability to order from all the different companies that we had, you know, that we have now, like Evic, and you know, like if you wanted anything, you had to go to the Spartan imports, and that was, you could never tell when anything was in stock. You could never tell when anything was out of stock. You just sort of send us the link over a forum share that that for everybody listening, Kurt had actually been a huge part of. Is he was sort of like a huge hand in like helping build like our local community, and we used to do it through forums.
we would definitely do stuff on forums and just sort of propagate information and like try to host events where we could. Back then it was all private property, like people would give us like permission to go, and so sort of a lot different than nowadays, but insurance and all that stuff, but it was a good time.
Jake Headley 1177 asks, F1 or Jack?
Personally, I think I like the Jack. I don't use a whole lot of HPA, but I think it's a great price. I think I haven't had a whole lot of experience with the F1.
So, the F1 and the Jack, when it comes to it, a lot of times, like, oh boy, sorry, I'm like doing a weapons mod here. I haven't played this in forever. But, yeah, so like a Jack is pretty much one of the least finicky when it comes to the F1 and the Jack. the F1 is more air efficient, and it also it's more air efficient. They originally were going to make it for an offset nozzle, however, they're obviously going to be doing that, or they have done that with the F2 instead, so they're not doing that with the F1, at least to my knowledge. One of the things with the F1 that's always really weird is, for some reason, it is very finicky when it comes to installing it with alignment. Like, every one we've done has been it's just been very hard to get aligned, whereas the jack, you take that same gun, and it goes right in with minimal you know, alignment, or, you know, basic alignment, so it's usually not an issue. And for some reason I cannot get this freaking, oh, I'm not high enough level, that's why. But yeah, so personally I would go with the jack over the F1, just for that reason, but if you can, I would say go with the F2 over the jack or the F1, because it's going to have the best performance, and it's also, it's a mini fusion engine. So essentially it's like, it fits in everything. And it has
Dispatch any units on the ground in Chelsea.
Too, so
Sarah's requesting scans from the quarantine.
I think the jack is a great intro into HPA. I think it's one of Polar Star's, as you said, like, I think it's very drop-in friendly, and it's less finicky, leaves a lot less room for like user error. So
Here's another question for you. Why you flexing on me with the name brand ranch, says Seth.U.
So the reason why we have that ranch is because we had a bunch of ranch not too long ago in the fridge, but it turned out that that ranch was old as hell. And the ranch that we have available to us is from the 7-Eleven across the street. And, you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I mean, we got wings from Wiggy's here in Pittsburgh. Do you think we're allowed to say, like, places names? It can only do them,
like, I don't see why not. It's anything, it's free advertising, so.
It's free real estate.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and they charge you on Saturdays only. They charge you extra for ranch because it's wing day.
Is that how they make up for it?
I guess. But there wasn't anybody in there, so I don't know what the deal is.
Kurt, are you guys planning on having some kind of custom HPA line option for us anytime? CM Sharp 41.
I don't know what he means. We have custom options already.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I wonder if, like, so, because all the player kits have the custom lines. All of the rigs have the custom lines. I'm wondering if, I'm missing something. Maybe one of our, like, like the SLP kit maybe doesn't have it.
I'm not sure.
But they should be available. There's the standard, the heavy weave, the premiums, and we actually have some new ones that are coming out here very soon.
Carter Branch, very eager, sent this question 3 times. What's the next big step for Amped?
Oh boy. Well, definitely Chris can weigh in on this too. One of the things that we're doing, I'd say a big step is, you know, trying to get more involved with the local community some more. Because there for a while we've been super busy with just everything going on that we've sort of not been able to go out to a lot of events. And we want to sort of get back into going to more local events and also national events as well, whether that be playing or vending or both. That's something that we really want to do. So I'd say that's like one of our bigger steps for this year that we just want to sort of get back into. Another thing that we're looking at, like, we're trying to do swap meets and whatnot. So like we have our swap meet coming up this weekend, this Saturday here at Amped. And then also next month we're doing and this is, you've heard it from us first, we're doing an event at TRP that's going to be a combined swap meet and an event by us. So it's like your typical Airsoft day, but run by us instead, like we did a while ago. I think we did 2 of them last year, and then this will be our first one for this year. But so yeah, just trying to keep things going, get re-involved with the local community and national community, and just sort of grow from there. And then actually, we started implementing sponsorships, and like Chris can probably tell you a lot more about that, but that's like a big step for us this year too.
Yeah, so we have been working a lot with like our sponsor teams. We're going to announce in sort of like a big way all the sponsor teams that we have been working with, but we've been working with the teams that we also sponsor now. We're gonna, like as Kurt said, be more active with events that have been going on. One of the events that we're also going to be doing in November, we'll be vending out at Operation Cryptic City at Black Site Airsoft in North Carolina, out in Fayetteville, alongside the Team Valkyrie, Clayton Evans, a great group of dudes who have been, part of the Amped family for a really long time. We're also going to be working a lot more with, like I said, some of our newer teams. One of our main goals here at Amped is to sort of help nurture and grow the community. It's definitely a lot bigger than it was 10 years, obviously. It's a lot bigger than it was 10 years ago, but, now we see such like an even bigger potential with social media to just grow just the image of our sport. And I think that with everybody working together, like players and industry leaders, vendors, all different types, I think that's where we would like to go in the future with AMP, is just sort of bring everybody together and move together as one big sort of like impactful force. So I think that's where AMP is going. Yeah.
Valley Rebels Airsoft asks, why are you guys so chill?
I don't know. I'm not chill.
I don't know. We like we're players. Definitely like to have good business practices as well. We just like being part of the community as much as we can. Probably the best way to do that is just be friendly, be friends with everybody. Sorry, shooting people.
Be friends
meet
with
as many
everybody.
people as we can.
Shoot all these bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say we try to be laid back as possible. We try to help customers where we can. So I guess that sort of all feeds into it. Try to have a relaxed work environment. Just try to like do as much as we can when we can. So
I think we as a business take ourselves like we take the business seriously, but we as individuals, we're not very serious, and we are the stuff that we get away with, I think, in a day really surprises me.
There's this.
And we always get to have like a lot of fun with whatever we're working, like project wise. I don't think we've ever. I think what's great, what like makes us so chill, is actually it's probably Kurt, because we've thrown some like pretty like weird off the wall ideas at him, and he's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, whatever. And like our Father's Day shoot, our 4th of July, photo shoot. I think those are pretty weird. I think when we initially had asked if it was okay if we could put Jesse in a Speedo, my favorite part about asking Kurt if we can do something is he has sort of this like this smile where he's like, oh, this is gonna be weird, isn't it? And it always ends up being weirder than we like had planned. But I think the reason we get to be so chill is that we have a really good leader who sort of lets us. He trusts us to not get too weird. I think it's all about our local leadership for sure.
That reminded me of the one event that we had.
I'm down.
We'll come get you. I don't know why you're over there, but the one event that we had, or not event, but we were just in the office, and we all have phones to answer calls and stuff. And good bad idea to start off. We messing around on the phone. Chris keeps calling me, and we were just talking, saying weird things on the phone. And then he calls in the exact same time someone actually calls. So I pick up the phone like, "Why are you still calling me?" And he's like, "Is this Amped?" And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm weird, too. And at the end of the call, he's like, I'm like, sorry about being so weird, man. He's like, oh, no, I'm sorry about being weird. I'm like, what? But, all right.
You guys have like Nerf wars
Yeah,
and whatnot in the building.
that was a segment of time. Did we ever pick Kurt up?
No, I died. I'm fast traveling.
Whoops. Her TSR Smitty 23 asks, why the name Amped?
Oh, TSR.
So, yeah, I was gonna say TSR Instagrams us all the time. Actually, just talked to him today. But oh, there's a strong guy. Does he have a rocket launcher?
It looks like the icon.
I think he just blows stuff up. But I'll tell you in a second. Oh. No, he's a heavy. That's what that means.
He's hiding behind.
Is friendly fire for on? I never.
I don't think so. But anyway, back to the question.
So, yes.
Why the name Amped?
So, a long time ago, whenever AMP started, there was actually 3 of us. It was, oh, here come more guys. It was me, Merc, and Paul. So, AMP as actually an acronym for initials. So, our nickname was, like mine was Angus, which is A, M is Merc, and then Pounder is P, which is what Paul was. So that they like helped me start AMPs and get it up and running. So that's where the name came from. So it sort of went from there, and then Paul actually came up with the name, and just sort of went with it. It was like, oh cool, what would be a cool name to be, you know, to include these letters, and just came up with the AMP. So I thought, cool, it's, you know, high energy. That's what it is, like that's our logo, essentially, lightning bolt. So it's electrical, it's high energy, so like amped energy for the most part, but, so yeah, that's how it came up with it.
Pink Panther Paintball asks, how durable is the heavy weave lines? Can we put one to the test?
Oh boy. So, heavy weave is a little more durable than the standard weave, because it actually covers the entire line. So like it has more weaves in it, or fiber, so technically it's more resistant. The premium is a double layer, so it's actually even more wear resistant as over the heavy weave. And then we are working on something that's even stronger that we'll be releasing here soon. So can't really say much more about that though.
GSofter556 says, what would you say is a good beginner GBBR?
I am not really into GBBRs. When it comes to beginner one, I would recommend not skimping. The only one I know that is definitely really, really good is the GHK, but they are expensive, but they're well worth it. I have a friend, one of our customers and friends actually owns one, and he just like swears by it. So I would look into that. It is a little bit expensive. As far as other GBBRs, I mean, the Tipman is an HPA, not necessarily GBBR, but it sort of is. It does have blowback, so that's an option. So I would say between those two probably. And I know Wii has stuff too, but I'm never too certain on their quality. So that's all I really know with that.
Fahrenheit Mars asks, what do you recommend in terms of lights on the expensive and inexpensive? And then it like cuts off, so I'm not sure if there's any more to that question.
Well, inexpensive, the UTG flashlights are really good. NC Star flashlights are okay. Phoenix is actually really, really good for the price, and also primary arms. So I would definitely recommend any of those for the like low to mid-range. High end, I mean, you could always go with Surefire, but I mean, you're talking super high end, and it obviously costs a good bit. So yeah, that's my take on those. I mean, you have the Haley lights as well. You have O-Light and Streamlight, which are good options as well. But yeah, as far as like probably your best budget / performance would probably be like a Phoenix Light or a Primary Arms, because they have super high lumens. They're in the like 60 to 70 price range, maybe 50 to 70, and definitely recommend those.
Right. No.
What did she just say to you, Picha?
I wasn't paying attention. Something about friendly?
Okay,
What?
that was weird.
What'd she say to you?
She said, "Let's keep it friendly."
Yeah, okay, that's what she said.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Let's keep it friendly.
Okay.
The Airsoft Cow asks, do you like cows?
Yeah.
I mean, I drink cow milk and
No.
Drink cows.
drink cows whole. No.
No.
I have a weird relationship with cows.
Do tell.
Weird.
Well, I think I have a weird relationship with all farm animals because I really love chickens, but I really love chicken. I really love cows, but I really love beef. And so it's sort of one of those things that like think it helps for me, question asker, if we know what kind of cows and chickens and just really cow. Well, I know it's more cow than anything, but is this cow a dick? You know, can we say dick? Is dick too inappropriate?
No.
I
I think it's.
don't know. The game itself was dropping F-bombs, so
Yeah, I think
That's true.
we're past the point of
also way to look into a question.
what's that?
Way to look into a question way too far.
Well, no, because you know, like that's like it's not even a joke today.
We
When I went to
don't wanna-
Subway, I sort of said at Subway today, I was like, you know, do you know if this chicken was a dick? And
my
so
God.
she was like, I don't know. We just get the
She was like, "Don't talk to me anymore."
yeah.
Praetorian Hawk asks, GMR
Where do you guys
or
wanna
no
go to next?
GMR?
Boy, there's the GMR. So, okay, I'm a little jaded on this because I've met them in person. So like, Ronan's a cool dude, and in person they're very different from on the field. So like on the field they're very into the game, so like they play hard. Their play style is very different from most airsofters. So like there's, you know, I've never had an issue on the field with them. I've heard of people having issues. So if they're like being dicks on the field, that's not cool. But if they're playing hard and people have issues with them because they're playing hard, then I mean they're playing airsoft, so I can't fault them for wanting to succeed at the game. So yeah, I mean in person though, like Ronan, I've only met Ronan in person, and actually a couple other guys on his team that I've known for a long time, and Tim, that's what I was trying to think of. Tim was around like way back, and now he's like, I guess, a part of GMR. Super cool dude. I haven't seen him in a while, but yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily against them. I personally would prefer to play against them because I really like a challenging opponent. So, in the chance I do get to play against them, I think it'll be pretty cool. But for those that haven't seen Ronan, we did do an episode 40, Asked Ant, where he was actually on the show with a bunch of us, and you know, he sort of explained his play style and like his mindset and everything. I'd definitely recommend like taking a look at that, and that'll sort of give you a better look at what's going through their minds. So yeah, that's my take on him.
I think he's very intense, and he's very. My take on. I think I played an event with him years ago. He was very loud, and I mean most MilSim events, they're going to be loud. You know, you got stuff going off, and you got guys sort of yelling. I just think the proximity to like where I was and where he was, and how loud he was, that was off-putting for me. But as far as him as a person, yeah, he's just intense. But like him as a person, he's a great guy.
Joshua 2 asks Amp's favorite battle snacks.
There's a lot of these guys, but if you
Oh,
you should
I
making yourself a target.
pink starburst.
Pink Starbursts are really good.
Yeah, and it's always the pink ones because you hear people that are like, "Oh yeah, no, like, I really like if you like orange, that's gross. You're weird."
Oh man.
I also am a real big fan of pepperoni rolls, like gas station pepperoni rolls. I think actually, Kurt, you're the one that got me into the pepperoni roll.
I actually found out. Oh, there's those headshots. I found out that pickles, like probably one of my, like I was in a PA TAC game at Battlefront Ohio, or Battlefront Ohio field, and this guy came up with like a jar of pickles. He's like, "Hey, you want some?" And just sort of talked to me about it, and I was like, "You know what? This makes a lot of sense." So I think that's like my favorite snack right now. It's just like rejuvenates you. It's nice, refreshing. Get your electrolytes back. So I definitely recommend it.
Oh,
Actually, that'd be weird. What if you like took pickle juice and froze it like an ice pack? That'd be weird. Smells so bad.
Get some pickle juice ice cubes. Toss that in your pickle juice drink. Keep it nice and pickle juice cold.
Oh my god. Ugh.
My favorite shot is called a pickleback,
No.
and it's like whiskey, like really bad whiskey. Like you can't do it with like good stuff, but it's really bad whiskey and a shot of pickle juice. Damn, it's so it's so good.
You're not selling me on it.
I know it's like, trust me, we'll do it.
Let's see. Oda Copper asks, what is the employee favorite HPA line?
The line itself, or as in the brand?
The HP line.
So when it comes to line, I mean, I really like our amp line. Personally, I really like. I probably wouldn't use it. Holy cow! There's a lot of. I'm just gonna bring this. Goodbye. It's very loud. But yeah, as far as color, I probably wouldn't use it, but like the gold premiums that we have are pretty cool, the way they're like mixed. So I definitely like that. Pretty much, I think, like, I personally like the subdued colors, because I'm going to have it on my rifle. And I'm more of like a Milsim player. But, with that said, I can like all of them. Like, the brighter they are, the cooler they are, I think. Like, Fresh Prince is pretty cool. But... And if you're talking about, I guess, the line, like HPA line in the sense of like a brand, I personally have always been a fan of the Fusion engine, because that's sort of what I started with. That was my first HPA unit. I still run them. Very reliable, very efficient with the correct upgrades. So I would say between my personal favorite would be like the F2 or the Fusion because of that. The other system I really like is the Bolt from Wolverine for like a Redline has a really good Milsim system. Obviously, one just pull the trigger and go. That's like a really awesome system too. So every like brand or system has its like ups and downs. So like, you know, that's what I like personally.
I personally, I don't really have an HPA favorite. I tend to break HPA guns and that's more on me. So I really stick to AEGs, but if I had to pick like a brand, I'd probably go with. I'm gonna go with Polar Star.
I guess this would be the last one I'm seeing. How did you guys become the best airsoft store out there? Devon, Maine.
Boy.
Or Devon,
I don't know
Maine.
if we're the
Sure,
best.
well, take the compliment.
Definitely appreciate that, though. Always room to improve, but definitely awesome. Couldn't do it without you guys to begin with. And this guy really needs to die. Just a lot of hard work, I think. A lot of it has to do with our customer service and how we respond to our customers. It's like that's, I think, where a lot of our good things come from. Guy's finally dead.
So I think, definitely with, and hopefully you guys hear this, I was going to say, with everything going on, I think that this is sort of a good substitute to Ask Damped, because it's sort of fun to have us play a game and then also, get to read questions, and it just seems like it was pretty cool. Hopefully we're able to edit it correctly, and hopefully it worked out and we don't have any glitches with it. But like, I guess the biggest thing is with you guys, who are watching this right now, definitely leave comments down below on our YouTube channel, and so that way we have questions for next time. So any questions you guys may have that you want us to answer during the show, we can go ahead and do that. And also we'll probably post up on Instagram again, because that actually worked pretty good. We used in our story, we asked a question and people were able to respond, so that was really cool. It seemed to work pretty good, and definitely keep using that. So one thing, if this comes out before our swap meet, well, actually it won't come out before our swap meet, but keep in mind that we do have some events coming up. We're going to actually put a schedule on our website, so definitely check that out, and you'll be able to see what's coming up, and hopefully we'll see you guys there. And Chris, do you have anything you want to add?
Say keep it sleazy.
Ooh.
Pretty much. Yeah, the sleazier the better. We love hearing from you guys. If you guys think something's funny, tell us and we'll do more of that. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing what we do. It's pretty
And
much
also
it.
one thing I was going to say to add on to that is definitely, don't be afraid to come up and talk to us, just like what Chris said. And, as far as this show, we have some other things we're going to be doing. But this specific show, we're probably going to try to do this maybe once a week. What do you think, Chris? That's feasible, depending on editing?
I think
Obviously,
I think it's very feasible. Also, one of the things that I think was like super hard figuring this whole thing out was like figuring out what to play. So definitely, if you guys know of any like games that we should play, totally leave it in the comments. And Facebook, wherever you think we will see it, and yeah, definitely let us know what you guys want to see. We're a company that's built, like on hearing from everybody, so please tell us. And I think you'll be seeing these definitely once a week.
Cool. Well, with that said, I think we're going to wrap it up. So hopefully everybody has a good week. If you guys play this weekend, be safe out there. Yeah, just keep playing honorably, and remember to always have fun. Spread the good word of Airsoft when you can. And, have everybody have fun. So hopefully we'll see you guys soon, and we're going to go ahead and sign off here. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.